no one's seen anything like it in the country. People will come and say, have you played at Mosaic Quarter? We've got to create opportunities for our kids in this community, our athletes to grow, because we see it raises all boats, right?
Welcome to the Upside. My name is Edmund Marquez. We are sponsored today by the Heath team at Nova Home Loans and your Tucson Sugar Skulls, your indoor professional football team. Today joining me is Lindsay Knott. She's with the Mosaic Quarter. Very excited to have her here. Welcome, Lindsay. Welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, so I'm excited. So I own the Tucson Sugar Skulls. We play at the Tucson Convention Center in the arena.
Yes.
But down the road, as we're playing these games, this behemoth of a development is happening down I-10. Just give us mile high of what's happening, then we can dig deep.
It's 90 acres. We have 4 signature athletic buildings that are coming up. We're in the middle of phase 1. We're wrapping up on phase 1. In phase 1, we'll have the Fieldhouse, which is that building that you're seeing towards Kino, and the Ice Plex. And then we'll have 3 restaurants that'll be affiliated with that. And then our parking structures, you see that field that's coming up of solar panels that are going to be covered. It's all covered parking. So that's what's happening in phase 1.
Very nice. So I knew most of that. You caught me on the 3 restaurants.
Yeah.
What's happening at the 3 restaurants?
So we have a restaurant in the Ice Plex. We have a restaurant in between our central utility plant and the Ice Plex. And then we have one inside the Fieldhouse.
So local restaurants? Or you're just
restaurants.
So restaurant tours that already have restaurants in Tucson?
No, one restaurant ownership that's bringing 3 concepts.
Oh, can you tell us who that is?
I can't tell you yet, but stay tuned. It's coming.
I think she can tell us. So very excited for Mosaic Quarter. So my son Diego played soccer for years, and we always had to go to Phoenix.
Yeah.
And it was one thing, we'd go to Reach 11. I'm sure you've heard of Reach 11 a million times. Reach 11 is the big complex up in the Phoenix area where all the teams go. There's some restaurants around there. There's hotels. But from an economic perspective, those soccer families going to Phoenix is an economic juggernaut for that upper area, north area of Phoenix.
Right.
So this is massive. Can you tell us about the economic impact of Mosaic Quarter as you build this out?
So we're not going to compete with existing soccer. We can't compete with existing soccer. It's indoor. Everything we have is indoor. We don't have anything outdoor.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
We don't do anything outdoor. So we'll still partner with the county on anything outdoor. They have beautiful soccer fields right next door to us. That's not in our wheelhouse to say, hey, we're trying to cannibalize on what our beautiful community offers. There's never been a desire to say, hey, we're going to take from what we have. That doesn't help our community at all. But what we can do is help hone in on those opportunities. So 2 opportunities we have is 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 soccer. We have the ability to do 2 soccer fields per floor in the Fieldhouse.
Per floor?
Per floor.
As in,
there's 2
not
floors.
Stories, but floors.
Per floor.
Okay, I got
It's like 7 stories per floor. It's a 35 feet floor to joist-ish around that height. So we're talking major floors. It's not stories. I mean, we're talking it's massive because we can do 7-on-7 passing football or flag football, a full field on each floor. It's open space. So we can do 2 soccer fields. So for Diego to play, he could have said, okay, well, I'm going to play 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 when I'm not on my club soccer team. Or if we want to have a rec league, we want to say, oh, my kid wants to get exposed to soccer, so I'm going to play 3-on-3 or 5-on-5. Or adult soccer leagues, they can be there. Nice. And we can do 4 soccer fields in the Fieldhouse alone. We're also going to build the Sportsplex in phase 2, which
tell
is
us
half
about
that.
2 and 3.
Yeah,
there's 3 phases.
There's 3 phases.
Yeah, tell us about 3. All 3 of them.
I think 2 and 3 will potentially combine, just because what we've noticed is it's costing so much to develop the land.
Sure.
And what we had scheduled for phase 2 is the Sportsplex, and then we have restaurant shells. We have 10 restaurant shells in our headquarters that are over there on the other side. And we donated part of that space for the culinary program for Pima Community College.
Cool.
So they could have opportunity for real world experience. And so but if you look at the site now, if you come out and you were to be in the Ice Plex and you were to look across the wash at what that site is, it's that green area on the back side of the wash. There's some places that are 12 inches deep that would need some fill, to some that are like 6 feet deep where we've had erosion come down. And so we're going to have to do a lot of ground excavation work to make that land. What we spent in the 60 acres that are developed in phase 1 we're going to have to spend significantly more on the small acreage on that little island, if you will, on that corner. And it's just not going to make sense economically, I think, for us to have the revenue that's going to come just in the Sportsplex, because what phase 3 was going to give us is 3 hotels and the stadium. And so for us to bring, and the parking garage. So for the stadium, the parking garage, those hotels, for those to come in, and the Sportsplex and those restaurants and splash pads and playgrounds that are going to be in that area, I think it would economically make more sense to combine 2 and 3, but we kind of have to wait until we have a year of financials with phase 1 under our belt. So that's the timeline.
So it's 90 acres and first phase is 60 acres.
That's right.
And part of that is an Ice Plex.
Yes.
So the Ice Plex makes a huge difference for this community. So let me go back a step. I always like doing the side piece for everyone watching. So I own the Tucson Sugar Skulls. We play inside the Tucson Arena. We have a hard time, in a good way, getting floor time in the TCC Arena because we share space with the Tucson Roadrunners. And you might think, well, Roadrunners only play on the weekend. However, we may be in the desert. This may be Tucson. There's a massive hockey community in Tucson. And it's in Arizona, period. If you go north to Phoenix, they have the Ice Den. I think there's like 6 ice dens, I think, in the Phoenix area. So you have where the Roadrunners play. Then there's ice dens, which are practice hockey facilities that are open, I think, 24/7. I think they literally play in the middle of the night, just like with TCC. Like right now, for my team plays Saturday, the Roadrunners play Friday night, and I think Thursday night before us. But then that whole following week before our next game, I would think I'd be able to get my team onto the field of the TCC. But there's a hockey league starting at 6:45 in the morning on the day after my game, and goes literally 24/7 at the TCC until my next game.
That's right.
So thankfully, Mosaic Quarter is going to, the whole hockey community can go to Mosaic Quarter and play hockey, which is better for the TCC and for Mosaic Quarter. It's a win-win. Tell us about what's happening hockey-wise, because everyone's excited about that.
So we have 450 kids that are families that are involved in the Junior Roadrunners.
Right.
We have over 400 that are involved in Adult Hockey League, and we have about that many on the wait list for those programs.
Wow.
Right now. That's without over showcasing that, hey, we have open opportunities. That's without putting any real effort in promoting. That's not including elite hockey, which is really above what we're offering right now for hockey. And so we haven't even scratched the surface of what we could be offering for hockey programming here.
Right.
And then our fan base, we have about 2,800 people who come to the University of Arizona games.
And you become the new official home of the Ice Cats.
That's the plan.
Yes, with a big A on the side of the building.
I don't know about that, but we'll see.
It's not happening?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we'll have an A on the side of the building.
I saw the renderings and it had a big A on the side of the building.
That is what they've wanted. So we'll see if they have the A on the building. But
I would think it'd be to your advantage to have an A because we're all such huge Wildcat fans.
Whether or not we have an A on it doesn't change our use.
Sure.
There's 700 hours. Yeah. So, I mean, we have so much of a demand in the community. We're a community center. We're not a U of A building. So, yes, that's beneficial, but really it doesn't change our economics, right?
If U of A let me put an A on my Sugar Skulls outfit, I would do it.
I mean, we love the U of A. We love the U of A, but I mean, that doesn't change that we're a community center, right? It's not the university didn't pay for our building. Right. The university is not investing in the construction of our building. And that's important because we love our Wildcats, but we also know the economics of the university. And that's important to clarify so that we're not putting a black eye on the university that they're shelling out money into our ice rink. It's a privately owned facility. It's not a university building. It's 700 hours under community community recs. Right. It's not even athletics. That's a club. That's a club program. Yeah. So I think it's important to clarify that to the community. It's like, oh, well, Mosaic Quarter, the university's not paying for that. It's a private development. Yeah. So putting an A on the side, awesome for the university, actually. If you think about it, think how many cars are passing our interstate. There's a lot of people who would love, I think the university would benefit, I would argue, just as much by having their A on the side of the building as Mosaic Quarter would, because it's a recruitment tool, right? To get people who are like, I want to know, I mean, the interstate doesn't pass the university for the average person who's passing. So I love the university, but it's under community rec. It's not under athletics.
So indoor sports, but there's so many opportunities, whether they're indoor or outdoor, because you have such high ceilings. Like, can rugby come over?
Yes.
Are they coming over?
So to answer for hockey, for hockey alone, we have an opportunity for the hockey program with the university to expand. if they're there. They have men's, they have women's, and then sled hockey. Sled hockey is the adaptive program.
Yes, adaptive athletics.
And they don't have that right now. So there's an opportunity for them to grow. So going back to your conversation about the TCC, there's not enough time. The moment the Roadrunners end their season, ice is melted at the TCC, and our local community of ice has to drive out of our community. They're spending time on the road. They're spending time trying to find places in Phoenix.
They're actually giving them 2 more weeks this year.
Which is great.
It is good.
But
it's
not enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Amen.
And so our women are playing the latest hours because they have the least amount of fans over our men. And then our adult hockey league and our local community use is suffering the most, which that's not what we're about as a community, right? We want to support our community. So that's just on hockey. We have curling, we have broom ball, we have ice bumper cars, we have an opportunity for open skate, we have an opportunity for anyone who wants to do it. We have cornhole on the ice. We have all kinds of activities where people can just be there. We also have suites on the end so we have a restaurant in the Ice Plex. If you want to come and just eat at the Ice Plex, you can. We have from the most convenient of, hey, I'm just going to take my kids and skate, to I want to take my husband or wife to a VIP experience and I want to have concierge service and I want to have this Disney experience where I just show up and I have a concierge who prepares my skates and prepares my dinner reservation, and we have skate night and then we go over and we have dinner. From the bottom to the top, for everyone to have accessibility, that's the purpose.
Will you program like Disney on Ice?
We haven't talked about Disney on Ice, but could we? They're standard full-size rinks, so we could.
Yeah. Do you have what's your seating capacity?
3,000 people.
So you can do 3,000 people around a full sheet of ice. On
the arena rink. We have 350 in the 2 community rinks, and then we have 3,000 in the arena rink.
Same concession stands, all that?
Yes. It's concession by the same food provider that's doing the outdoor restaurant, that's doing the restaurant and the inside, and that's doing at the Fieldhouse.
I will transparently say it's a direct competitor of the TCC. I'm on the Rio Nuevo board that owns the TCC, but so needed. So needed. Like, it's okay. Like, for any of you TCC fans out there going, oh my gosh, we need Mosaic Quarter in our community. Just for the fact that curling and ice car racing or something.
Bumper cars,
that's cool, man. Like, we need that stuff. I've consistently said we need to say yes more in our community. We need to continue to have more development. I think we're under redeveloped. I think obviously we got to maintain our historical perspective on our historical properties. But when you talk about a piece of desert out by Kino, yes, please bring us a Mosaic Quarter. So as we start to wrap up, just brag for me. Tell me some really cool points about Mosaic Quarter. What's the upside?
So I think we left out the Fieldhouse, which is our most under-marketed building. You asked about sports. So rugby, lacrosse, archery, basketball, volleyball, pickleball, wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu. We can do all kinds of sports there. We don't do anything that's one way. We have to be able to utilize. That's kind of that mosaic concept. We just made a press release that we talked about public art. We have 6 muralists from the community that are doing art. No one's seen anything like it in the country. We have art murals that are massive, the whole length of the arena, indoors in the hockey rinks, 2 of them. So people will come and say, have you played at Mosaic Quarter for hockey? Because I've never seen anything like it. They'll be photographed. People will come to see it. People will come to see what's happening outside there. There's splash pads. There's playgrounds. There's an opportunity. If you don't want to eat at Mosaic Quarter, you can still come there and you can bring your picnic and you can be a part of the community. And it's not a price point to entry for you to participate. And I think we need that as a community. There's where can you go and be a part and everyone have accessibility. We have a foundation that allows kids to be the rec league. We don't have a rec league here. So if your kid's not playing soccer on a club, there are very few opportunities other than like Little League where you play a short season where you can play 8 weeks for less than $200. And that includes your 8 games, 8 practices, your referees, your tournament style at the end, and allows you to get exposure. Even for kids, like we have a baseball player at our house, but he had sport exhaustion and burnout. Sure. And so we're like, Mace, try something different. Try a sport to get a break, which makes you love your sport that you're in even more. Yeah. And so I think like we have to celebrate those opportunities. And we're in a place in the center of our town where kids from the South Side and kids from Catalina Foothills and kids from Vail and kids from Oro Valley and Marana can all come. It's right here in the middle of our city. And we don't need to be pigs about that. We need to say, have you gone downtown to this restaurant? Have you gone across the street? Are we connecting we have an underpass connection. So people who are playing baseball can come over and enjoy Mosaic Quarter and take the tram so they don't have to move their car and they can be in both places. They can spend the day, and we're infusing the community economically.
So sport wise though, so if it's baseball, they're still outside at Pima, at Kino. And then if it's soccer, like where Diego is going to reach 11, can you do the full size soccer in your field house?
We can't do it in our soccer field. We have a full field we could play, but it's indoor.
It'd be indoor in just one game.
One game.
Okay.
So we're still going to say we're working with the county and saying, hey, Sarah Horvath.
Sarah Horvath.
Hey, Sarah, I want you to know that you have a tournament. And so how can we help you to have your soccer fields have great tournaments, secure those tournaments? How can Mosaic Quarter be a part of helping that be successful? Because we now have infrastructure right there, where we've been missing infrastructure right there in that area. And so I think that's fantastic for everyone. It's great for downtown. It's city taxes will be better because we still pay city tax where we are, even though we're on county land. It's beneficial for everybody. Everybody wins in that. When we bring a tournament, our largest tournaments require more hotel rooms than even Mosaic Quarter could hold. So they're going to spill over to downtown because of the location.
That. Yeah. So selfish question.
Yep.
Your husband and I went and met with the University of Arizona in regards to indoor track and field, because right now on the West Coast, there's a temporary indoor in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
They literally just set it up inside the convention center. There's a really not legal length at NAU. They're just too short. Instead of 400 meters or 300, or maybe it's 200, and then you've got one up in Spokane, Washington.
Right.
Have you thought about doing the indoor? Did that get traction when Frank and I met with this U of A?
So they had some turnover since our original conversation.
Yes, they did.
And we recently have had another conversation with a couple others that literally just had a conversation.
Good.
But we have to define what that's going to look like, because that is athletics. And and we've had transition at the university. So, our former leadership was well-versed on Mosaic Quarter. Our new leadership is not well-versed on Mosaic Quarter.
They got to learn.
They got to learn. And so I think for us, phase 3 is where that would be happening, the stadium. And so we have a little bit of time to do that, well, a pretty good amount of time, but our primary focus never turns away those opportunities. Nice. We've got to create opportunities for our kids in this community, our athletes to grow, because we see it helps, it raises all boats, right? Yeah. If we have kids that are athletes, that they're teaching life skills, and that's our future. And that's our passion at Mosaic Quarter. From the College of Public Health and what their initiatives are, to track and field, to hockey, to whatever that may be, to public art and College of Education. If we can collaborate with the university, I think everybody wins. It's a recruiting tool for the university. I think we're interested in those conversations. We're having conversations with NAU through Pima Community College for their sports medicine program with JTED. I mean, I think that's the best part about being local, is that we're not subjected to, corporate leadership's not having that conversation. It's great to be in that position of, hey, we can have that conversation. Let's figure out how we make it work, not if we can make it work. So I think we're really excited about that, from United Way to the Girl Scouts to the Hispanic Chamber to any of our nonprofits. How do we fly our flag beside your flag to meet your objectives, to reach more people? Because we have to do that for our community, and we're excited about that.
Amen. Well, so glad you guys are building Mosaic Quarter. It's a massive asset for us.
Very excited. I'm very excited about that. And it's exciting to have good people behind the mission of what we're doing to make our community better.
Amen. Well, thank you, Lindsay Knott. Thank you. This has been fantastic. Thank you for joining the Upside. This is Lindsay Knott with Mosaic Quarter. We're so lucky they are building this here. Again, this show is brought to you by the Heath team at Nova Home Loans and your Tucson Sugar Skulls. Thank you for joining us.